Hey everyone, today we're going to be talking about how to instantly improve your guitar tone at home without having to buy any new gear. As a mixing engineer, I know how important it is to sound good at home, so these tips are going to be focused on things you can do right now and not have to spend any extra money on new gear, because obviously you can improve your sound if you bought a $3,000 amp, but today we're just going to be looking at things you can easily fix with stuff you probably already have in your room. So this first tip is one of those things that can hold back even the most expensive guitar setups. You can have a multi-$1,000 amp, you can have the best interface possible, but if your playing sucks, it's not going to fix anything. And this isn't a hate on you. This is one of those things where it comes down to getting the right takes. You need to determine what's gonna be the right way to record your guitar to get the right input into your amp or whatever you're gonna be going into next. Whether it's looping a section until you can comp different pieces together, or doing some different sections where you're just piece by piece recording apart, whatever's gonna be the best for you is the way to go here. Now, do not think of this as cheating, because literally even the biggest bands on huge record labels are doing this. This is not a cheating method, and honestly you still need to be very good at guitar to be able to pull this off as well. Just because you're doing a couple small sections at a time instead of trying to be some superhero who can do a perfect take, it doesn't mean that you're going to be doing any less work. You still have to hit those notes properly, and even if you're a perfect guitarist, you're going to be breaking some of these parts down because it's just simply impossible to switch from part to part sometimes without there being hand noise, and we're just simply not going to be leaving poorly recorded hand noise on our metal album that's supposed to sound modern and big. Now, this one may seem a bit overkill, but I highly recommend you guys checking out using a shorter cable at home. If you're already using a cable 10 foot or shorter, you're probably going to notice nothing by getting any shorter than that, as this problem seems to happen a little bit more over 10 feet. But when you're using a guitar with passive pickups, there's a certain point in which when you're using a guitar cable, the signal is going to start degrading. Now, it starts off kind of subtle, but when you start getting to the 25 foot cable length, you're going to hear a dramatic difference in the tone and the clarity that's coming out of your pickups. And this is purely because there's not enough power to get a clean signal all the way to the other side of that cable. You're going to start losing treble and high end, which if you've had problems with amp sims in the past not sounding clear, or maybe sounding a little too dark for your taste, this could definitely be a part of the problem for you. Our third tip is about using impulse responses. Now, before you go out and spend $1 million on all of the different IR packs out there, this is important to understand what you're doing here. With impulse responses, you're going to be able to change the cabinet effect sound of any amp sim or modeler that you have. Now, it's becoming more common knowledge that the cabinet plays like 80% of the role in your guitar's final sound. It's super important to see what kind of IRs you like and what kind of gear is really what gels with your sound and your unique playing style. I recommend starting off with some different free packs, maybe even including the one that we have on our website, and try as many different free packs as you can to try to come up with an idea of what you like the most. Most people that offer free packs have some sort of paid pack option as well, so say you like one person's IRs, it may be a good idea to explore more of their bigger options that have a lot more options. In my opinion, using IRs is one of those things that's going to save you probably some of the most money long term, just because you're going to be avoiding having to get a bunch of different microphones, cabinets to try to achieve the same thing with physical gear. And for the fourth and final tip, this is one of the most important and probably overlooked things when it comes to recording, and that's using the right pick. The pick plays a ridiculously important part of your guitar tone, and it's one of those things that once it's recorded, you cannot go back and fix the mistakes that you made here. We've all had a part in a song where it was supposed to be a lead guitar, and it sounds more like a than a guitar part. And while a lot of that's playing technique, a huge part of that comes down to using the wrong pick. There's a reason a lot of your favorite songs never have those types of issues, and it's because the producer stepped in and was able to help them make that choice to change the pick. And if you're just recording yourself at home, it's as easy as having a couple different picks around just to try and see which one works the best for each part of your song. For some quick reference, for when it comes to something like a brighter or more precise sound, I always am going for something a little bit thinner. And if you prefer thicker, more aggressive rhythm sounds, you might want to go for a thicker pick made of a heavier material. Those are usually good for stuff like rhythm tones and heavy palm muting. If you're not exactly sure where to start and what to buy, I recommend just stopping at a guitar store and buying one of those variety packs of picks they sell. I've had a ton of these for a bunch of years, and I've probably used each of those picks at least once over the years for when it fit in a song. There you have it. There's 4 tips to help improve your home recording without having to buy any crazy new gear. I really hope you found these tips helpful, and if you have any questions, be sure to leave them down in the comments below and subscribe. Have a good one and happy songwriting.